In a moment, we will have the great pleasure of watching dancers from two of the Prix de Lausanne's partner companies, Lauren Cuthbertson from the Royal Ballet and Alexander Jones from Ballet Zurich, and they're going to perform the Grand Pas de Deux by Christian Spuck. However, we need to give the technicians a moment to clear the stage, so while we do that, let's turn our attention to the creator of that last piece, John Neumeier.
Dear John, congratulations on this award, and most of all, thank you on my behalf and on the behalf of all dancers of many generations for your wonderful gifts and contribution to dance. And thank you for being an inspiration and a light for all of us.
It's very strange because I think that I was attracted to dance before I knew what dance was. My mother took me to movies. I liked the musical films, and I liked it best when they were moving, when they were dancing. First, I have to be a dancer because this body, this person, is my instrument. I have to train this instrument to be articulate. And the greatest training for articulation, I believe, is the classical technique. I still believe that.
The boatmen sing, the boatmen utter everything. And when the boatman gets on shore, he spends his cash and works for more. Then dance, the boatmen dance, oh dance, the boatmen.
You are, as a choreographer, obviously inspired, let's say, by those people that you work with and what their capacities are, but also how their relationship works. And that's why, for me, the casting of a ballet is extremely important.
Your right leg back and you run up. That's a jump? No. Oh! And
Dear John, congratulations on this award, and most of all, thank you on my behalf.
Thank you. That was, of course, John Neumeier, director of the Hamburg Ballet and one of the world's most renowned choreographers. I'm joined on stage now by Shelley Power, the Chief Executive Officer and the Artistic Director of the Prix de Lausanne, and Alessandro Frolla, who is one of this year's semi-finalists. And now I have the great privilege of inviting the man himself, John Neumeier, to join us here on the Théâtre de Beaulieu stage.
John, You are a creator in the dance world, and one that has managed to do so with integrity, intention, and responsibility. The burden to do this is not an easy task, but you have shown the world how to do this with such grace and love for the art form, and most of all, for the human being. The lives you have touched will be forever ignited with inspiration, meaning, and an expanded sense of self. You make our lives richer through a language that is so deeply individual and ironically familiar to us all. Prix de Lausanne presents to you its first Lifetime Achievement Award because you embody the founder's values that are held so dear. You give access to young dancers, provide them with unique experiences, and encourage them to use every ounce of their potential, as you have. On behalf of the Prix de Lausanne, I am honored to present to you the 2017 Lifetime Achievement Award.
It's very moving to be here because I think every time I come back to the Prix de Lausanne, I feel like I'm regaining some lost innocence, an innocence which has to do with love, as Shelley mentioned, a love of humanity, because our art is the art using the human being as its subject and as its instrument that is closest to us. When you said familiar, this for me is the most important aspect of dance. The bridge of recognition which happens between this stage and an audience. The recognition that what we see on the stage has to do with our most noble values, our greatest aspirations as human beings. And to be in a place, of course, now I have this beautiful statue. I was always happy that we didn't have any statues here in Lausanne, because for me, it didn't have to do with actually rewarding already accomplished technicity or performance skills. It had to do much more with being completely alert to that spark of individuality, of talent, of something that could be. And the fact that could be is celebrated here in Lausanne is the reason why I have been here very often, and why for me it is such a great honor to receive this reward. Also, I think there is in our profession that very, very special thing. As I saw the film before the competition began, and I saw the relationship, I saw how you spoke to the students, I saw this giving of knowledge, of experience to younger people so generously from all the teachers, modern teachers, classical teachers, coaches, everyone who felt that without any concrete value able to be placed on it, my personal generosity means so much. But also, when we saw the faces of the students, and you realize, and you will realize in your life, how the great teachers who gave to you will remain. With you. And this very emotional and simple and human exchange that happens in our profession, we are so lucky and we are so privileged. I'm so privileged to have been able to do what I could do and somehow to even have had success out of it. This is really great. I don't want to continue talking because I could, I suppose, get very emotional about this. But now, because I have got a Lifetime Achievement Award and the first one from the Prix de Lausanne, I can say that we're going to see on the stage, as soon as I stop speaking, some wonderful dancers, professional dancers, who have been associated with the Prix de Lausanne. That's great. And if I had my wish, that would be the end of the program. Because for me, looking at all the dancers I saw today, I would give them all a scholarship. I would invite them all to all the schools. I am not at all interested in who is a first and a second and a third. How can we say that? Because there are no firsts and seconds among human beings. They are all God-given individuals, and we must respect this. So for me, all you contestants, for me, the competition is over because I don't want a competition. I want to see you and encourage you and look forward to your futures. Thank you.
Thank you to John Neumeier. It's a great privilege to have him here, not just for today, but for everything he's done for the Prix and for dance generally.